If humanism is an attempt to find morality and compassion, not through belief and dogma, but rather through understanding our full selves, through science, through the arts, through what it means to be a human here and now, using our senses and our rational mind, then from Ambedkar, that's exactly what the Buddha was doing around about 2,500 years ago. It's in a context that we now describe as religious, but for him, Buddhism was really a philosophy where we looked at the world empirically and we tried to find a way to change the world so that there was less suffering for ourselves and for others. It wasn't about the afterlife or about all the supernatural things that have come to be associated with that religious belief. I'm someone from a religious background. I had a conversion experience fairly young as a teenager to Christianity. And I became a Christian minister, and I even taught theology and wrote books on Christian faith. But I became disillusioned with belief and dogma and creed, and also with the institutions that I'd seen hurt so many people. And so I thought, where next? I was all at sea without a shore to go to. And actually, ironically, it was when I was a young evangelical missionary in India that I first heard about Ambedkar and his movement, which is around about 10 million Navayana Buddhists. A Buddhism which avoids all creeds and doctrines, and instead of being about rules, is about principles. And this is something Ambedkar said specifically. He said he wanted to get rid of all religion of rules and simply have religion which was about the principles, not about telling people what to do and policing people's thoughts, but rather about creating spaces where people can explore what it means to be fully human and fully alive. And so it feels for me like a good place to explore the deeper questions and also to connect with the whole of the mystery of the universe through an ancient tradition, but one which respects that how we understand the world continues to evolve and to change, and everything has to be questioned. And that's part of the delight of being a rational human being in this wonderful universe. And so Navayana Buddhism is a humanist Buddhism, but it's not the only one. But it is the one that focuses the most, not just on personal development and personal liberation, but rather Navayana Buddhism is a humanist Buddhism that looks to reduce suffering in the world through structural change, through organizing, through agitating, through educating ourselves to change the world as it is into the world as it should be. This is about finding liberation and enlightenment through what we do with other people, not simply through sitting on a cushion with our eyes fixed on a single spot and hoping that we will understand. For me, it's the difference between training ourselves in the gym or training ourselves out in the world. Yeah, it's okay to train in the gym some of the time to focus on things, but really, if you want to be strong enough for the world that we live in, you build your strength out there in the world that you're in. Same with strengthening our mind and changing our minds to be more enlightened. Let's do that out there in the world around us, not simply at home, navel gazing. Navayana Buddhism is about that, which is exactly how I explain it in my series on the Eightfold Path, taking a Navayana view on that. So please check that out next.